Tim Black.
All right.
Tim Black. Tim Black. Yes, I am. True. Funny. Tim Black. I am TimBlack.com. Tim Black.
I'm not a sellout. Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to Tim Black at Night. I'm your man Tim Black. Thank you so much for being here. How you doing? How you doing? How you feeling? I'm feeling good. Yes, I am. Got one of those old guy naps today. Like I just fell out. Like that's it. Just do it, Tim Black. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go, Tim Black. Oh, let it go, Tim Black. There you go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It was beautiful, man. I encourage everyone to be able to do that sometimes. You know, we are getting older, man. Embrace it. The alternative stinks. You heard about the other option, right? But no, really, man, I've been killing it, man. You know, something I wanted to say, God. Shout out to Facebook Live. What's up, Facebook Live? How y'all doing in the house? Facebook, what's up? Yep. And shout out to YouTube people out there. What's up, YouTube people? How y'all doing? Give it up for YouTube. Boom, 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 boom. Let me make sure all the audio stuff is correct. Because you know how that goes. Your audio ain't right, boy. If that audio isn't right, oh my goodness. Oh. It's a horrible show, man. So let me do a real sound check real quick. I like that we're able to do that. Hey, people, Jake Smith, Frederick Murphy in the house in the chat room. Jenny Lynn in the house in the chat room. Kamsi Grafton Dyke in the house in that room. Angel Tibbs comment on Facebook doing Bernie Sanders is holding a rally. What's up, Kamsi? Wow, man, it's Friday. Didn't we earn this one? Oh, we earned this Friday, man. Did you earn your Friday or what? Come on, Wolfpack. I know you earned this week. This week's been a grind. A grind. You hear what I'm saying? Oh, man. What's been going on your jobs? What's been going on in your private life? What's been going on? Just commuting, like what's going on, man? Everything is bonkers, man. We got Hillary coming out of the woods. Boy, the Democrats been busy. Woo! Busy Democrats. Goodness gracious, man. God. Woo! It was working overtime, man. The Three Fingers of Death showed up. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Donna Brazile, and Hillary Clinton all in the same damn time. What is going on, man? I can't take it. I can't take it. Too much going on, man. They just popped up all over the place, man. It's just, goodness gracious, man. And Donna Brazile just lying. Boy, goodness gracious. She lied like a no-lie relaxer. Goodness gracious. Ain't no relaxing in her lie. She lies so well. Lie so well. Just lie. Lie machine. Lie machine. Hillary coming out. Racism, feminism, racism, feminism, racism, feminism, racism. I'm like, but the most awkward of all the lies and stuff, all this from our the three faces of death, was Debbie Wasserman Schultz when she was on the Van Sustren's show on MSNBC, right? And she had to sit there and watch Bernie tell the truth about the Democratic Party. You should have seen her face. It's like, we heard with Greta Sustren. She's sitting there with Greta, and Greta's like, well, okay, very welcome. Thank you very much. And it's really great to have you here, Debbie. We want to talk a little bit about this, a little bit about that. But first, I'd like to share a clip with you of Bernie Sanders talking about how horrible the Democrats are. And Debbie's like, okay. And she's trying to have no expression. But the whole time the camera is on her, the whole time she's like, and Bernie's like, hey, the problem with the Democrats is the Democrats, they need to get back to talking about working people, become a grassroots movement. That's the only way the Democrats can come back. The only way, and Debbie want to just say, sit down, you old bastard, sit down. And shut up, you dumbass, Bernie said. But she can't say that because Bernie's like 100 times more popular than her. And he could take down the whole Democratic Party just, he could just take them down. Like, Listen, see, this is what I want from you, see? If you do everything I say or everything goes away. Everything, the whole party gone. Because Bernie has that type of power. Hey, think how dangerous Bernie Sanders is. So anyway, so she's sitting there and Bernie's telling the truth, and she's just trying to, she's trying to hold it in like, boy, Bernie, I really hate Bernie Sanders. Oh, I can't stand him. And the question was the Democratic Party, Bernie said the Democratic Party need to become a grassroots party, meaning in a lot of things. One thing is, the message is grassroots. It's about a populist message that relates to all people. Everyone can get it. It's about issues that relate to people, working people, everyday people. The Bernie Sanders spiel. And also, it's about... not taking money from Wall Street and big special interests and big pharmaceuticals and the fossil industry. You get money and you get support from the actual people. That's a grassroots movement. You don't just fly around the country on special interest dime and stop a couple places and have a $30,000 dinner luncheon to fund your campaign. No, you actually work in the community and you actually, galvanize people and excite them. So that's what Bernie Sanders said the Democratic Party needed. And Debbie Wasserman Schultz, she's up there like, well, we're already a grassroots party. You mean the party that went back and erased Obama's, back in 2008 when Obama set up the goal of the DNC not taking money from super PACs? You mean that party that erased that? No longer like obliterated that, and you were part of the team that erased that. You know what I'm saying? So and super delegates and all this other garbage, and Greta's like, so is Bernie wrong? And she's like, oh no, I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm saying that we should be and we are. we should be and we are a grassroots party. And I'm like, does she know what grassroots is? Grassroots, Tom Perez is not grassroots, man. I mean, he had a lot of things. He may have smoked some grass while watching Roots, but he is not grassroots. That's a whole different thing. He's like, look at him. Look at him beating Toby. I can't stand watching this whole time watching it. That's not the same thing as being grassroots. That's smoking grass while watching Roots. Give it up for that, guys. Take the foot, Toby. Take the foot. Take the foot, Toby. The foot. Stop. Oh, man. One of these days, I'm going to be on Sirius FM, and I'm going to be able to have Donna Brazile come on my show and lie like a rug, like a huge rug, a rug that go wall to wall. We have this huge rug, and it's going to lie like Donna Brazile. Look how it lies like Donna Brazile. Look how Rihanna's hair just lies over her eye, like the bang just lies over her eye. Oh, my goodness, man. Oh, man, y'all don't hear me, though, man. I'm feeling good tonight. Y'all gonna have to keep up with me, man.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
Woo! I feel bad sometimes beating up on Donna Brazile because she's like a friend of my mom's, but she just lies so much. Be like, Mom, why you have such a horrible friend, Mom? Shut up, Tim, I'm 70. But, Mom, your friend just lies all the time. I gotta call Tim, don't you? Tim, oh. Tim, you ain't have to cut her like that. Tim, you cut her up in front of everybody. I had to, Mom. She's lying in front of everybody. I cut up in front of everybody. She's up there. Donna Brazile has lied so much that it's just a big swirl. Like she don't know what You could go up to her on a Saturday saying, Donna Brazile, what day is it? She'd be like, Russia. Like she can't even have a conversation. She just been lying so much, it ruins her. You ever, when you was young, I don't know, when you were young, you didn't know that honesty was the best policy. I mean, maybe you knew it, but you knew the person you wanted to be with, by telling the truth, you weren't going to be able to get them, right? So so you make up a place that you work, or you have a more interesting job than you have, and then you got to remember that. You got to keep up the charade. And see, Donna Brazile, she be eating a lot of cookies and chilling out and going to the movies and drinking wine and with her partner. She don't be having time to remember all this stuff. You know, can't remember what lie I told last week. Heck, Donna Brazile can't remember what lie she told the last 3 minutes. Because she started off her soliloquy on this show on Sirius with these other women, all sitting up there, all black women, all sitting up there like with Donna trying to be moral support. She started off the conversation talking about how these emails were taken out of context and this is, and all this. And by the time she got to the end of not even a 3-minute clip, y'all, she done said the emails is fake and the emails is bogus. Now, see what I'm saying? It's like saying, hey, Tim, how'd it go last night? Well, the car wouldn't start. Car wouldn't start. It was something wrong with the car. Tried to crank it, it wouldn't start up. So then, I called Eric and I called them, and then Eric came pick me up and we drove to the place and hung out for a while. We had, hung out with the crew. We watched a couple movies, drank a couple beers and stuff, played a little cards or whatever. Then after that, I drove my car back home. It's like, I thought you said the car was broke down and you got a ride. I don't know what you're talking about. That's how Donna Brazile sound. It's like you can't remember that good enough to tell that lie that good. That's why you came in here late tonight. That's Donna Brazile, y'all. That's exactly what she did. That's exactly what she's doing. It's wrong. It's wrong. Look, I'm not going to say all politicians need to tell the truth, because that would be naive of me to say politicians should always tell the truth. But you know what? If you can do me the decency, heck, don't just do it for me. Do all of us the decency of being better liars. Because nothing worse than being lied to, and the person don't even have the respect for you to put in the work to make the lie good. You know what I'm saying? At least work on your lie game. They should have a lie university that you go to or something. So like the Trump University. $25 million. Woo! I ain't know that many people went to that university. Goodness gracious, man. But yeah, you should have. Goodness gracious. Boy, Trump's like, man, he's thinking about selling Barron right now. He's like, Barron, how much can we get for him? No, I'm just kidding. He wouldn't sell his son, but he'd lease him out for a good offer. He'd lease him out for a good offer. Come on, guys. Trump don't love nobody, man. He don't love nobody. His dad didn't love him. He hated blacks. and I don't think Trump is capable of love. He on his 8th marriage, ain't he? 8 marriages, 20 flings a week. I don't know. Grabbing people and stuff. Y'all. Oh, I can't talk about. I'm talking about Trump. I know it's used material. Everybody talks about Trump. But the only thing I can say about when I talk about Trump, it will not be because I listened to anybody else and then came and spit their jokes. Mine will be original because I don't have time to watch anybody's jokes. That's right. And if I'm allowed to, at least I'll be creative. Give it up for that. Give it up for creativity and storytelling ability. Oh, man. Now, I'll tell you this. One thing that did impress me today, Facebook Live, you guys are great. This is light too bright on y'all over there. Y'all all right. This is this monitor. I got to keep the monitor up. One of the things that impressed me today, YouTube, Facebook, Tim Black's Wolfpack, all my crew, it's Joe Biden. Don't you like it when this made me feel good to hear these words said by a Democrat But it also pissed me off. And I'm going to tell you what the words were, and then I'm going to explain why I'm upset with them. Joe Biden said the Democrats abandoned the middle class in 2016 election, and that's why they lost the election. Oh, yeah, Joe Biden didn't carry water at all. See, I've always had the feeling that Joe Biden did not much care for the likes of Hillary's politics. But that may not be it at all. I think Joe Biden just don't like being a part of a losing team. Joe don't like taking L's, okay? And no successful person really does. And when you get that on you, you don't want that stink on you. So, former Vice President Joe Biden blamed his own party for losing the 2016 election, telling a crowd at the University of Pennsylvania that Democrats ignored one of its core ideals during the campaign, maintaining a burgeoning middle class. I think what happened was that this is the first campaign that I can recall where my party did not talk about what it always stood for. And that is how to maintain a burgeoning middle class. You didn't hear a single solitary sentence in the last campaign about the guy working on the assembly line making $60,000 a year and a wife making $32,000 as a hostess in a restaurant. And they're making $90,000 and they've got 2 kids and they can't make it. And they're scared. They're frightened because they're not stupid. Mr. Biden went on to say that while globalization may be a phenomenal success on a macroeconomical level, it's also left a lot of people behind. And I'm like, preach, Joe, you go ahead, man. You go, Joe. You say that, Joe. Joe, say it. Drop it like it's hot, brother. I'm picking it up. Just keep putting it down, my man. This is what I'm talking about. But you're still a Wall Street, shill dude. I know how you do. You just say the right things, but you don't be doing the right things, Joe. You just don't, Joe. You just don't. But it sounds good to hear somebody else say it. And this is what ticks me off. It's not like the Democrats don't know what they need to do to win. They choose not to win. I'm beginning to believe that the Democrats don't want to win. Their job is to pretend to be opposition to the Republicans. And so all the bad policies go in to help big businesses. It's like all a scheme. And yeah, I know I had my man George Webb on the show last night. That may have influenced me a little bit. But I'm serious, man. Shout out to George Webb. George Webb got to Tim. He got Tim thinking. I'm serious, guys. I'm so sincere. Check this out. Joe Biden knows why they lost. All of them know why they really lost. You see him up there faking like it's Russia. Russia. Oh, God. Trying to sell it, acting classes. All of them faking it. Joe Biden knows exactly why. He just said it. He just said that's why. He said that's why they lost. He didn't say it's because Putin. He didn't say because Michael Flynn had talked to the ambassador that one time or 2 times. He gave a speech in Moscow for 40,000. 40,000. Can you believe that? Guys, I know I'm jumping all over the place, but I'm doing this spontaneous. Listen to me. Hillary Clinton gave 1-hour speeches to the tune of $675,000. $675,000. You know how much money? $675,000. It's 600. No. I mean, I'm just saying it's a lot of money. Like this whole area here, if it was $100 bills, would be covered up. You wouldn't see no Tim Black. You would see Tim Black top of the hat. You wouldn't even see the top of Tim Black hat. That's how much money. If this was 600, it would just be money. I'd be naked laying on top of it. So you wouldn't want to see that, but that's what would happen. But what I'm saying is, Hillary Clinton gave 3 of them for $675,000 a piece. You know what the Democrat or the corporate sellout media was talking about? Michael Flynn gave a speech in Russia at RT convention for $40,000. Oh no! And they clutched the pearls. Oh, pearl clutch. Oh, pearls pop. They flew all over. Can you believe the hypocrisy? Can you believe it? Michael Flynn, if I don't know how long his speech was, but let's just say he spoke for half an hour. If you giving speeches for $40,000 compared to Hillary $675, you know how many speeches he had to give? He had to give the 10 carry the 2. He had to give 30 speeches to make up for one Hillary Clinton speech. He still be talking right now, give me a scotch, damn it. Give me a scotch. I can't keep this up. He would have to keep talking to get close. And they tried to make that a big deal that Michael Flynn, and another thing about Michael Flynn that a lot of people don't realize, and I didn't realize it until today. I'll be real with you. I did not realize that Michael Flynn was ousted by the Obama administration. Democrats, do y'all really want Michael Flynn talking about Obama when he get up on the stand? Because, he only worked for Trump for 3 weeks. You do know this, right? He worked for Trump for 3 weeks. I don't know how long he worked for Obama. I don't know, right? But I'm thinking maybe he knows some stuff. He may know some things. You sure you want him up there talking? I mean, I'm just saying, because what I think is going to happen is, and it was going to be difficult. It's not going to be an easy one, Facebook. It's not going to be easy. During the midst of this witch hunt, right? Well, we got to find a killer. Oh, we got to find somebody. Throw some dirt on him. Make him dirty. Throw some dirt. Somebody you just get me a perp. Give me a perp. Make him walk the perp walk. We got to get reelected. We got to stay in the conversation. During the midst of all of this is going on, guys, somebody's going to say something that's going to break down the whole house of cards. I believe that's going to happen because dirty dealing always runs that risk. Always run the risk. Everyone's in cohorts. Media, Democrats, little radio show hosts, everybody's in on this thing to fool the American people, to scare them into Russia, and now they're just dragging people. You better be careful, because see, Michael Flynn, he liable to get up there and spit some real stuff. And like we were talking yesterday, George and I, all it takes is one mention. You guys don't really, I don't know if you truly see what's at stake here. Why you do all this fear mongering? If one of these people that you trying to frame or trying to ruin, whose name you're trying to discredit, reveals one true big morsel, this whole cards comes falling down, baby. Because see, people are waiting. I know your polls say that Trump is not very, very popular. I get that. Okay? I understand. Here's the thing. The people he's popular with, they're the right people to be popular with. See, I don't want to be popular with people who won't ride with me. I want to be popular with people who are truly popular. I mean, who are truly, truly invested in me emotionally, truly dedicated to what I'm about, truly behind me. They're not just in it by words. They're in it by their souls, their hearts. It's really what they're about. They feel me. They connect with me on a level that's real. And we are a sort of like a team. I have a responsibility. They have a responsibility to support that, because that's the connection we have. Ain't no contract out there. It's just the way it is based on the mutual understanding of the relationship. And that's the real type of, so that's might not be in your polls. I don't know how many people you call in your polls. You ask 500 people something, and then you try to extrapolate that over the planet or over the country. That doesn't work. How many people did you call in the Rust Belt? How many people did you call in Pennsylvania? How many people did you call in Kentucky, West Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina? Who did you talk to? Or did you just focus your calls in New York? Now, you may have called different people, but here's the thing. If you keep playing, you're going to mess around and really upset the wrong people. That's what I believe is going to happen, because Michael Flynn get up there, he say something real like, Warren Brothers or or MK Ultra. And I know some of you are like, what's the Warren Brothers? What's MK Ultra? Look up George Webb and find out. But what I'm saying, I don't know if he talked about MK Ultra, but what I'm saying is there's a lot of information. I'm sure we don't know anything. We don't know anything compared to what's really out there. Like, there are really bodies, literal bodies buried, and there are people who know. So just be careful who you mess with. Now, one thing they do have on Trump that I think is really important is he has family. And one thing that is true about Trump, he cares about his family. So they can't be holding his family over his head. But believe me, last person you want to tick off is somebody who's rich, who ain't got nothing to lose. So you just keep it up. Keep it up, because I noticed he's been kind of restrained, which is, I know it's killing him. He has Twitter like, oh, God, I want to tweet so bad. Oh, woo, I want to hit him so bad. I know he's looking at his smartphone right now like, oh, man, I could just, you know, he's probably got to have, he's got to have some gloves on it. Not the kind you can touch the face of your phone with either. He's like, I got to keep these gloves on because I'm going to tweet. But anyway, I thought that was very interesting, guys. Very interesting. Joe Biden kept it real. And another thing, guys, moving right along. The Trump, even though Trump is the president, with a lot of the legislation a lot of bills that have been passed, a lot of legislation, executive orders he's signing, and a lot of the budget proposals, right, with the EPA, are not very popular with the people. I had no idea that most of the public actually believes climate change is a thing, and that's only really flipped in the last 5 years or so. Like, the messaging has been on point to the point where over 60% of Americans believe in climate change, and they think we should do something about it. That's kind of huge. And Trump's cutting of the EPA budget in the specific areas as pertains to environment protections are not very popular. But you know who's very popular right now? And we already said his name. I'm going to say it again. Bernie Sanders' ideas are really popular right now. They're really resonating with a lot of people. I covered this in the video earlier. And just imagine what would have happened. Just imagine what would have happened if that man would have been running against Trump. I mean, people are warming up to the idea of actual universal health care, single-payer health care. People are warming up to it. You know why? Because this debate over health care, see, the Republicans did screw up. They screwed up with this Ryan Care, with this Trump Care, the American Health Care Act. They screwed up, guys, because they got this conversation open. If they did not have a viable replacement, they needed to shut up because they brought attention. They've been bringing attention to it for 7 years. Heck, Paul Ryan, one of the only reasons why people pay attention to Paul Ryan was he kept talking about repealing Obamacare. He's been using that. He's been riding on that for 7 years. Paul Ryan rode into the leader of the Republican Party, essentially, on, I'm going to repeal Obamacare. We're going to repeal and replace Obamacare. And when the time came down, he could not do it. And now what has happened is Americans have woke up. Huh? What is this healthcare crap we got? How is Australia kicking our butt in healthcare? How is Sweden got great healthcare? How does Canada, how all these places, Canada got better healthcare? How we suck, Germany got better healthcare. I could just keep going and going and going and going. Australia! People are waking up now to this. And since this, I don't know who this healthcare was going to help. Only rich people, right? It's like, I don't know. We need to make sure that all of our multimillionaires are able to get their feet massaged on a regular basis. So we like to throw that in there. We really don't need to take care of these poverty-stricken children. They just, just play with blocks in the yard or something. We really don't have time for this. Walk it off and take some baby's aspirin or something. We don't have time to be dealing with these kids. So their policies really stink. Really, truly. And I'm just saying, now people are like, you know what? We want some good stuff now. That's right. We want to be able to go to whoever we want to go to. Whoever our doctor is, we want to keep them, we want to keep them. We want to go across state lines. Yeah, we want to go across state lines. We want to be able to keep our provider. We want to be able to not have to pay a co-pay. We want to, what? Republicans' heads are exploding all over their red ties right now because they have created a monster. And back to my point, Bernie Sanders. And a lot of people don't give him credit. A lot of people expect Bernie to do everything. They expect Bernie to do it all. I have criticism of Bernie, but don't get it twisted. Like Bernie has been the only person with any type of left in a position of authority or with a mic given a platform where he has said the things that have even made it possible for us to have these conversations. And I understand there's an industry of people out there that are sort of benefiting, and I won't say industry because it's not an industry, but there are people who won't give him that credit. I give him that credit. You can give somebody the credit of doing it. And like I tweeted out, folks, and if you follow me on Twitter at Real Tim Black, I said it time and time again. It is now time for someone else to step up and take the hill with Bernie Sanders. You know, it's that time. So at some point, it's not up to one person to be the leader of everything and to do it on their own. It's a very hard road to take. So with that being in mind, that there should not just be one person. There should not be one person that is raising the consciousness of America, pointing out the humongous gap between the poor and the rich. Like these issues that Sanders has pointed out, they need to be pointed out by other politicians. So we need more new blood. We need new people to come in and stop saying, oh, well, you know what? Bernie hasn't done this, Bernie hasn't done that. You know, it ain't up to nobody to do everything. Like, I can't do everything. I mean, I don't know what these people do with their lives, but a lot of us, like I work 15, 16 hours a day. I don't know what some other people do. I can't do it all. I got to have a team. Like I got Momo Pineno, man. He's helping me with editing. The only reason why I'm able to put out 8 videos today. 8, okay? 8 videos. And now this show. The only reason why I'm able to do that is because I have a team of people now. I have Momo Pineno doing the video editing. So that enables me. I can get more done, but only because I have help. These people, I don't know what they do with themselves. Seriously, I don't know what they do. But do you know how hard it is to get stuff done? What have you created? I've been doing this for years. I don't know what these people been doing, guys. I'm just keeping it real. I mean, I don't know about you guys. You work hard. Do you have something that you've been working on? Do you have your own business? Do you have something that you've been working on? A project that you've been working on? I don't know. I just want people to think about what they say because, dude, what have you created? What have you written? What have you done? What have you built? Have you built something by yourself? Have you risked death, or have you risked, something happen to your grandbabies? Like, have you risked your career, your body of work going away? Like, these are huge risks for people to take. And I'm not saying we don't deserve them to take them. Well, actually, I am saying that you don't deserve anybody to take risks like that. People do that because of that's a personal thing they must want to do. But what I don't like is the criticism that's so venomous. And I look at these people like, anyone's capable of, doing everything. Like, we're all capable of getting it done, right? Like, we're all capable. Like, there's no reason why you can't be the next Sojourner Truth or the next, I don't know, Gloria Steinem or whatever. I'm just saying, I'm just naming names. Like, there's no reason why all of us who have so much criticism for certain people can't do stuff. Let's see you work off 5 hours sleep do it for at least 90 days and build something. Build it, because that's what we do. That's how you get it done. And if you're not willing to do that, then your criticism of other people needs to be tempered at least with a splash of realism and a splash of you really don't know what it takes to get stuff done. So we need to keep it real on that. And I don't think people keep it real on that. And that's my take on that. Of course, people won't be mad. I'm not talking about anybody specifically. This is general. There are a lot of people in comment sections. A lot of people got something to say. And don't get me wrong, man, selling us out is not cool, okay? Selling out people is not cool. But at every turn, if you expect, because I know a little bit about this because I'm a black person. I don't know if you noticed this. Sometimes black folks, we expect black folks to always speak up and always do certain things. It's the same thing. And then we forget that black person don't own a company. We forget that they won't be in no more movies. We forget they will no longer be able to do this, no longer be able to do that. And it's not just on them. They got like families and cousins. And typically those people who are in the front like that, they have their entire group of entire family. We're talking extended cousins, friends, everybody relying on them to be successful. And it's a lot to risk when you have that many people all looking towards you as the person who's going to help them have a way out or provide a structure, a starting point, aid for these people. So I know a little bit about what a group of people can do and expect from other people to do that's kind of like not always very realistic and not taken in the full context. Because every time there's a black shooting, we want black stars or celebrities to run out and say something, and do something. And that's not always the case. First of all, not every time is there not extenuating circumstances to some degree that you might want to be quiet till you find out. Because sometimes, like I did a story today where a guy, a older man, I think he was like 80, I'm not sure of his age, he had to shoot a guy who broke in his house. Someone's broken his house 13 times. He's had 13 break-ins in his house in the last year. 13. So he shot the guy. And he's a black man and he shot a black guy. And my point is, so he didn't want to shoot him, he had to shoot him. I'm all off track. Listen, stop. Bernie Sanders is good for America. He's helped us in a lot of ways. Let's just try to do the rest. So we need some new Bernie Sanders. That's all we need, new Bernie Sanders. His ideas are working. And those town halls he was doing in Kentucky are very valuable. Those town halls he was doing, bringing attention to all the poor folks. And was something else Joe Biden said. He said what we've all been saying. Joe Biden said that these people that you call racist voted for him and Barack twice. I was like, oh, that was strong, guys. That was strong. So Joe Biden says the right things. I don't know about him doing the right things, but I believe Bernie would do most of the right things. But hey, guys, it is what it is. You know what today is? Freedom Friday. Freedom Friday, that's what it is. And it's a powerful day. It's a great day because that's when you get to call up to the show. You get to say what's on your mind. You get the microphone, and maybe you won't jump around into as many subjects as I did tonight because I'm kind of all over the place. But believe me, my heart's in the right place. I may be all over the place, but my heart's still right here with you guys. And I believe in what I'm talking about. And I believe in what we do here. I believe in making something bigger and better. And I want to give a shout out to the great Abby Martin in the house. Yeah. Abby Martin is a no sellout. She's a no sellout. And we had a great conversation. I want to extend this in front of everyone. There is no agenda. I have no agenda. Well, I do have one agenda. My only agenda is to get black folks to stop automatically voting Democrat. I think that if we want to change politics in America, black folks in particular, the most dedicated voting bloc in America, they must demand something for their vote. They must require that whoever they go with actually have policies that affect them, just like LGBTQ people want, just like white people want, just like Latino people want, who are still meeting with Trump right now, and no one's calling them sellouts, no one's calling them losers. I think that we need to have that same type of politics where we demand something for our vote, because as long as the Democratic Party can rely on black Americans to not get anything, not expect anything, just fall in line because they're scared of Republicans, we will not be able to change the direction, to fundamentally change what is going on in this country, because they will be able to always count on us voting for them at a 90% or better clip. And that is not good enough. That is not good enough. So that's my only agenda. That being said, I'm not saying you can't vote for any Democrats. You just have to pick and choose. I don't want to see you voting for Catherine Pugh, who tells you one thing when they run, and then when they get into office, they tell you some excuses about why they couldn't do the thing that they ran on doing before they got in. That we can't have. But you can have great Democrats like Tulsi Gabbard, Nina Turner, who are about their business. But I want black folks to start looking at Green Party, Republicans, and Democrats, and independents, and libertarians, and the whole table. I don't want you just dining down here on this. Stop eating that, whatever that is. This is we got a whole soup, we got a whole smorgasbord. This is a open table with everything. This is a buffet, baby. I want you to get a little bit of everything. At least know that you can get a little bit of everything and look through that whole table. So that is my only agenda. And I want that sparkling clear. But my agenda is not to make you, it's not for any ideology. That would be wrong. That would be against the purpose of what I'm doing. I got to have a purpose in doing this. You can't be working 14, 15-hour days and not have a purpose in mind beyond money, okay? And I hate when people try to pigeonhole us like that. But here's the thing. The reason why I said all that, guys, the only reason why, because I want to invite someone, because I had Abby Martin on, and she gave a very strong, full-throated support to the Palestinians and what's going on in Israel and with refugees. But I want to extend that same offer to someone on the other side of the equation, the other side of the argument. I need someone who will come on and speak their mind and give us facts and give us data and give us information regarding AIPAC or something, regarding the Israel side of the coin, because I want to hear it. I owe it to my watchers, my viewers, that somebody do that. Now, I can't do it, just like I did not do a video on Palestine because, frankly, I didn't know it. I needed an expert. I needed a subject matter expert. So Abby was my subject matter expert in that area. I would need someone else to hit me up. So email me at tim@timberlaketv.com if you know someone, and we're looking for somebody of some type of stature. You don't have to be Abby Martin, because goodness gracious, Abby Martin is very out there. She's doing a lot of stuff. She's very accomplished. But what I would like is someone to have some form of credentials, some form of experience in it, so that it will be fair that this conversation is had and it can be considered in the same weight as we've already done. Get it? So do that. tim@timberlaketv.com. I want to hear what Israel has to say. I want to hear what this side of the coin is, because we deserve that. And that's it. That's my point. I don't have an agenda other than truth. I fight for victims. Truth. I try to entertain with truth. Truth. Truth is always at the front of it. Okay. Truth-attainment. I was going to call it that, but it just didn't have the right ring to it. Facebook. Truth-attainment. People are like, what is truth-attainment? We just say you just do the news. It's not good, Tim Black. Oh, man. So, look, guys. The phone number tonight is the same phone number it was last week. But I'll give it to you again, because I forget it too. It's 312. I only one guess. See, I'm wrong. 319-527-6212. 319-527-6212. Call up. Be a part of the conversation. You got something on your mind you want to share. You get at least 3 minutes to say it. Tell the world what's going on. Update them about an issue, or ask a question, or respond to an earlier caller. You can also respond to anything I've said tonight as well. It's up to you. This is going to be fun. It's going to be so much fun. And with no further to do, let's get it cracking. First caller is a 509 number. 509, you're live with Tim Black on Freedom Friday. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Tim Black, it's a Broken Carpenter.
Broken Carpenter's in the house, man. That's what I'm talking about. Woo! Yeah, baby.
Oh, Tim, man, I'll tell you what. Yeah, you're right. What a week, man. It's why the world's round, so you can't jump off. I mean, I'll tell you what, you're totally right about Bernie. Bernie's playing it cool. He ain't running for president right now. He doesn't want people to think he's running for president right now. But the dude's going around and he's saying things in the right places, and he's really sort of pushing the Democrats in ways they don't like. That's why the three-headed dog from hell, Cerberus,
Yeah.
came out of hiding in the woods.
Yeah.
So first that deal with Donna Brazil, was that not like Dirty Dealing Donna does Oprah? I mean that thing. She's like, she has Russian Tourette's now, that she has an out for lying, for giving away questions. She always said she never got questions for CNN because she got them from New York One. That's where she got her questions. So she lied throughout the whole thing. She obfuscated. We all know that. And then you got Debbie Wasserman Schultz going on with Greta Van Susteren. Greta is like Scientology's high news person,
Oh.
and they're looking to buy land. It won't hurt none to have a political friend in Florida. So, I mean, I wouldn't look past that idea, because talking to Debbie Wasserman Schultz otherwise, who in the hell would bring her on a TV show to have her talk? Because she doesn't really do well on TV shows. And the Hillary speech from the Klingon flight deck or whatever the hell that was, I didn't watch that shit. I mean, I can't even do that, man. But this whole there's a certain there's some sort of weird sort of cosmic aura thing going on where the world's upside down. Trump has dealt with gangsters his whole life. I mean, he built in freaking Manhattan. He dealt with gangsters there. He went to Atlantic City. He dealt with gangsters there. The idea that he deals with Russian gangsters doesn't surprise me at all. Whether it's some big thing like what they're trying to make it out like, which I know it probably isn't, is just, it's McCarthyism. And what's so like poetic about it is Trump really got trained by Roy Cohn, who was one of McCarthy's lawyer sidekicks during the McCarthy hearings. So, I mean, there's some sort of very weird about that. And I mean, and then they had that damn hearing this week. And that is, if you want my opinion on what that is, the Senate's sitting there, and the Republicans in the Senate, they really don't mind the idea of a Pence presidency. And they like pumping up Russia hate, And so they're willing to do it, and the Democrats are willing to do it. So they got those three guys out that gave us no real proof, right? They just sat there and gave their opinion on things.
Right.
And basically, those three guys could walk you into the bathroom and look at the tile floor and tell you that the guy that laid it's Russian and he ate borscht for dinner, I mean, these guys they see Russia everywhere because they look at it that way. But whether it had any effect, this Russia bot things, tell me that couldn't be Davy Brock's correct the record trolls,
Right.
bouncing back off of virtual dealy boppers over in Russia. I just don't buy any of that stuff. So I don't know, brother. I just know, this week the GOP sold our info. I know that happened. That ain't good. The idea that our internet providers, because the thing I haven't looked up yet is whether they can sell that to the intelligence agencies or to the cops or the DEA or the FBI.
Wow.
I haven't looked at it yet, but that is that very well could be. Once that it's something that's a asset that you can just be bought, like the police can just buy, a pillow for in their,
Right.
in their sleeping room or whatever, So I don't know. I mean, that one's just the General Flynn thing. He's asking for, he wants out. He lied somewhere along the line to somebody You know, you lie to the FBI, they don't take that real friendly. You know, and so he may be in actual trouble. Whether he has anything that worth talking about, I don't know. I mean, he was Michael. What's his name? He got put out because he was bad mouthing the president
Right.
as a general.
Oh, okay. He was. Okay.
Michael, what's his?
Obama?
Yeah, put him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he got put out.
Bad-mouthing Obama.
Oh, okay.
And it got into Rolling Stone.
Ah.
It got in Rolling Stone magazine. So that's what happened. And then, you know, then on down the line, that Rolling Stone reporter has an accident in a car, you know. So,
Wow.
you know, whether it was an accident or not, lots of people like to think about, and I don't know. But there's that coincidence. But anyhow, hey, Tim,
Hey.
it's great talking to you. Like I say, right now, it's just like I picture Washington, D.C. I like to picture you riding up to the top with some guy, and it's just like looking over the edge at Mos Eisley in Star Wars. And you stand up there and you say, you know, this is where the worst gangsters and villains and all the star system live. You know, that's what I feel like when I think of D.C. I mean, it's a bunch of people that everybody's got an angle, you know, so
Hey,
everybody's
man.
got an angle, but the world still goes around. So
Hey,
y'all
man.
have a good one.
You
Thanks,
too, Broken
Jim.
Cobbler. Thank you so much for all you do, my brother. Broken Cobbler is one of the moderators in the chat, trying to keep the chat civil, keep everybody living, and you know, being able to enjoy the show and have conversations and side conversations and not be venomous and not be hateful and attacking each other. You know how it gets in comment sections. You know how it is, Facebook. Well, Broken Cobbler, thank you so much, man. Great points, like all these points, and I didn't know that's why Michael Flynn was ousted. Okay, so he's liable. He's gonna come up there, and the first thing gonna come out of his mouth, he'll be like, "Michael Flynn, are you having a good day, Mr. Flynn?" And he's gonna say, "Obama is a liar." The first question. Get this out the way. I'm gonna go to the next call. 11111. You're live with Tim Black on Freedom Friday. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey Tim, it's Bond.
Bond, what's up, my brother? How you doing?
Hey, good. How's it going?
Good, man.
This week was a busy week for you.
Yes, sir. You know it. You too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so I like to talk about things that I don't see on mainstream media and independent media, and this one is just a simple one. It's House HJ Res 42. It passed the House and the Senate, and it's going to Trump for him to sign. And if he does sign, it becomes law. It disapproves the rules submitted by the Department of Labor relating to drug testing of unemployment compensation applicants. So it allows states to determine whether they want drug testing or not. So only 3 states currently allow that, which is Mississippi, Texas, and Wisconsin. So if Trump signs it, then federal law again supersedes states' decisions on whether to force drug testing on unemployment compensation applicants. So it's just another hypocritical thing that, you know, whenever there's some federal law that supersedes state law on things like transgender bathroom stuff, right, or legalization of gay marriage, you know, they complain because it's like, no, states should determine whether they allow it or not the federal law. So now they just pushed for something that does the exact same opposite again. Anyways, I think that's it. I want to listen to more callers.
Dude, that was an excellent call, man. I had no idea, brother. I had no idea. You know what that means, Bond? That means that there'll be more crime. That means there will be more crime. That is setting up a perfect storm, which will create more crime in our cities, more crime in rural America. I've been covering extensively what's been happening with the drug epidemic that's sweeping this country. We talk about methamphetamine, heroin, and pharmaceutical drugs. And I covered a piece where we talked about how the unemployment rate amongst a lot of folks in rural America is that way in part due to the lack of ability to pass drug tests. So now what you're saying is you're going to extend this to states and they can decide if they want to give unemployment insurance. You know what states are going to decide to do. Anything that can save money, that's what they're going to be down for doing. A lot of them, anyway. So now these people who can't have jobs or failed jobs or lost their jobs because they failed drug tests, now they won't get unemployment. And I don't know if you would get that anyway. But it just adds to what's already horrible unemployment rates. And now people are going to be denied unemployment if you test for weed. And you can live in a state where weed is legal. But since it's not legal on the federal level, right, you're still screwed. It's just crazy, man. Thank you for that call. And you're absolutely right. The hypocrisy of continually stating when it's a law they don't like, saying that should be left up to the state. They always punt. We need to leave it up to the state. We need to leave it up to the state. And now, oh no, we want the federal to make the decision. That makes sense. Good call, Yvonne. My man Bon Kim. Mystical Carter's in the house. What's up, Mystical? How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up, Phil?
I'm good, man. What's up with you?
I'm getting caught up on everything, man. I'm just enjoying the calls tonight.
Man, no doubt, man. Like that, every time I turn around, like Broken Carpenter, and they just putting down. He ran off like 5 stories. Really paying attention out there.
Yeah, and I hadn't heard of half of them. That's why I was like, wow, I ain't gonna have nothing to follow that.
Well, it's all good, man. You know, I see you out in the queue. I'm just gonna grab you, so you know how it is.
Yeah, I know how it is, brother. Keep doing your thing, man.
You got it, man. Thank you for joining the show. Mystical Carter has been listening to this show and been a part of my audience, man. When my audience was like 20 people, it would just be the same people like 5 days a week. We just be talking. We just be doing the show anyway. And I kept saying, it's going to grow, y'all. I'm just going to keep doing it, y'all. I'm just going to keep going. I'm not going to stop. This was like 3 years ago. And we just kept doing it. It kept doing it. He kept coming through. So let me go to the next call. I got a 562 number. Got my light in the way. 562, you're live with Tim Black. Tim Black on Freedom Friday. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Tim Black? This is Marvin.
Marvin in the
How you
house.
doing today?
Man, how you doing, brother? I'm fine.
Man, I'm doing well, man. A day that I choose to call in that happens to be the same day that the Broken Carpenter calls. Oh my gosh, you know that's a good Friday, man. Oh my gosh. I'm just used to always hearing them. I was on the actual same show with them. Oh my gosh, man, I'm a star now. Yo, what's up, Broken Carpenter? Yo, Tim, you had a monologue that was on point, man, and I just want to give you props for that monologue. I don't really have much to say other than this week that you had with the guests, especially,
Yeah.
off the hook.
Right.
Man, much props to you. I hope, you know, what you kind of alluded to. I'm trying to allude to what you kind of said in the monologue. I hope people really, truly wake the F up, you know, and see how we all are getting played, you know, and you know, Tim,
Yeah, brother.
like the previous callers before me, especially like what Mystical said, man, I'm just gonna hang up and I'm gonna listen to the calls and get educated still. Peace out, Wolfpack. Peace out, Broken Carpenter again. And Tim Black, always big props to you, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Love your show.
You know it, man. Thank you so much, Marvin, man, my man. I tell you, man, I got great callers, and we are a big community here. So if you're new to the show, do me a favor, subscribe to this channel. Click the button so when you subscribe, so that it'll give you notifications. Because I tell you something, man, I did a video on the mayor of Baltimore. I did it like 5 days ago. Great video, hard-hitting video, all truth, all sourced. Everything was cool, plus entertaining, plus real. And I noticed I only got like 3,000 views on this thing. I'm like, God, man, this thing should have been hot. I actually tweeted to her and tried to get a response and got, she didn't really respond, but it really caused like a little flurry on Twitter because a lot of people didn't know about it. When the story broke, on like a Friday night, Saturday morning, I was on it. And I'm looking, and like other people did the story 5 days later. I'm like, come on, man. So YouTube doesn't let my people know about my shows, obviously. Because if we cover the same topic with almost identical titles, and mine is 5 days older, how is their video going to have 10 times more views? So that's what I'm telling you. It's very important. You won't know what I do unless you click the notifications. That's all. It is what it is. So do that for me, guys. I'd appreciate it. Let me keep it moving. 510. You're live with Tim
Hello?
Black. Hey, how
Hi,
you
Tim.
doing? Hey, how you doing?
All right, this is Vita from San Leandro.
Hey,
and I just want to say hi.
Hey.
Pardon me?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, pretty good. I have a couple comments for you and some leads for you. Far as the Israel and Palestine conflict, as another guest that you could put on, there's a guy called Miko, is Miko. Last name is Peled. He has a book. It's called The General Son, and his father was there as in the military when Israel first started the conflict back in the 40s, and he brings it up to date. And also, he does a lot of good stuff on the BPS thing, and also he has some great knowledge on it. He's a good speaker, and you can look for him on YouTube and check him out. And also, my other thing is that far as the Democratic Party and the black vote, some of the voices that are out there is normally from the NAACP or the Congressional Black Caucus, are those which they choose to put in front of the camera, in front of the mainstream media. Also, some of the progressive radio talk shows don't always hear the voices of some of the citizens, the ordinary citizens that don't have that type of platform, that do not agree with the leadership that they put in front of the cameras as us being supportive of these issues that the Democrats push. Because I did not, in California, my vote in the primary has still not have been counted, and also in the general, and I did support Bernie Sanders. And then also in the general election, I went with Jill Stein, because I refused to pick the lesser of two evils. I'm always very thorough in my research, looking at both sides of the issues and what's best for me and my group, and as a group as a whole for society, and choosing who I ally with, because all allies don't always. Sometimes when it comes to black specific issues, they want to generalize everything into one group and say it's intersectional, because sometimes when you look at issues, that when you look at data like unemployment, healthcare, and different things, when you drill down into the data, you actually see where the problems are. But you cannot put a bill in place or a policy in place or a law in place that doesn't specifically address the problem. That's just like me going into the hospital with my right leg broke, inspecting and having the doctor work on my left leg, because my right leg is actually one that's broke, that needs addressing, that specific issues. But then we want to generalize and say if we do it for everyone, it'll lift everyone up. But everybody's issues and problems and data and situations are different, because when you look at the statistics, sometimes you have to put bills or policies to address a specific issue. And that's the problem we have. Just like when we did immigration law, that was a specific issue. When we did the banking stuff, the bank out bill, that was specific. You know, we do things, we have done things specific for different groups. LGBT, we did that was specific to address a specific issue. So sometimes I always hear, oh, we can't do that if you bring up a black issue for black people, then it goes into this, oh, that you're pulling the race card. No, it's not the race card. You're looking at a specific group with a specific issue, and with data to match that. And I have a problem with that, because it doesn't get addressed. And the other issue, what was my third issue? Damn it, I almost forgot. The Israel, the banking, the Democrats, and I forgot my other one. Damn it. So I guess I'll leave it there for right now. You have any questions for me?
No, that was fantastic and all spot on. Look, I appreciate you for calling up and dropping it like it's hot.
Wait, Kim, I do remember. It's the media that we don't, as Democratic Party or progressive, we're not on target when we use our language. We have to come up, develop a script. Just like if you're talking on your show, or Ben Dixon, or the Real Progressives, or any group, anybody that has a platform, you guys should have specific words and use them every time you come up in the video, so you could do that subliminal message that we use in media and marketing, selling products. You have to use that same address that the other groups and the other mainstream media does. It's that's a strategy that we could all use to get our message out and to repeat it constantly. Otherwise, we keep changing from one issue to another. We'll put up another video for this, but sometimes you have to take one issue and keep running it, and just keep running it and keep running it, because otherwise people get complacent and move on to something different. So that's my comment. Thank you.
Hey, excellent comment. I'll tell you. Wow. I do want to touch on a couple things that she said that I think could be expanded upon kind of briefly. You know, one of the things with independent media that's a struggle is that they're all disconnected. So, like, we need people to get under one tent. And a lot of people, and this is something that I had to kind of learn to accept. For instance, I met Jimmy Dore in Philly. First thing he said when I met him was, "Tim, I want to bring you on my show. Once I get my show set up, man, I can't wait to bring you on." Then he interviewed me. It was cool. We got back, you know, couple later, I hit him up like, "Hey, when you gonna do the show, man? When you gonna bring me on?" "Oh, I'm gonna do it. And it's been a thing like that, right? So here's the thing: when you don't own your platform, when you're assigned to a network, you may not always be able to do what you want to do. I'm reading, and I'm not saying this applies to Jimmy Dore. What I'm saying is, Bon Kim and I, we started a media company called BrightPathMedia.net, and we're building that out. That's our domain. And we were looking, he shared with me a video clip from a young lady who worked at BuzzFeed, and in her contract, she could not do certain things. She couldn't just bring anybody on BuzzFeed, you know? She couldn't comment in comment sections. She had no individuality. There was like, they stripped her of all of that. So there's a trade-off from being in a big network. There's a lot of ups to it. But we never know what constraints or what type of politics you got to play or whatever. And even if someone says, "Hey, I have no politics, I can do whatever I want to do. It's like it's my own channel." Well, we never know if that's totally true. Nobody wants to feel like they are under someone else's control. And they want to say they have all this, you know, ability, flexibility, but you never really know. So one of the things is you have that part of it where people don't own the platforms that they're on, don't own the name brand that they're on, and then you have people who are just really, it's competitive in nature. Like, everybody wants to be the best at what they do. Then we got people who have like totally reject certain ideas and certain people. So it's very disconnected. We got a big spectrum of people in this independent media game, and there's so many independent media people. So many of us. Yeah, so it's really hard but we're trying though. We're trying to build something which will bring more people together. And Kelly is a part of that. I'm gonna leave her last name there. Kelly's there, and she's joining us. And then Autumn has joined me, helping me resource information, source material for shows, because I need a lot of material in order to keep up this content creation at this type of clip. And speaking of that, Dean Pike. Let me get a shout out to Dean Pike. The reason why I'm shouting out Dean Pike, because that's Autumn's dad. He's a big new fan of the show. Dean, I appreciate you so much, sir. Young man, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for sharing this show, for watching this show, and being a part of my Wolfpack. It means a lot to me. Believe me, I don't take it for granted, and I try to do the best I can every day to deliver on our promise, on our agreement. And the agreement is I give you the truth, and I leave the BS for somebody else to do. So let's keep it that way. Thank you once again, Dean Pike, my man. and as far as the black community, yeah, you're right. Oh, here goes an excellent point, and I almost forgot this. She was so right when she said that the local media, like radio hosts or what have you, progressive radio, they may not talk about the issues to the black community, which gives them both sides of the coin. They keep them very narrow. When Killer Mike, who was campaigning for Bernie Sanders very hard, very strenuously. You saw Killer Mike. Killer Mike influenced some of you guys to support Bernie. You were like, oh man, Killer Mike don't seem like he lying and he believes in this guy. Let me give him a listen. And a lot of people listen. Well, here's the deal. Killer Mike went on a couple radio stations. One of those radio stations, they told him, if you say one thing negative about Hillary Clinton, we're pulling the plug. And not only did they tell him that, but while he was interviewing, the director of the program of the station, owner of the station, came and sat in the booth with him. Now this is not normal. He came and sat in the booth looking at Killer Mike the whole time. I know you're not going to talk bad about Hillary. And what I'm telling you, and the reason why I'm telling you that is because I believe this. Now I have no way of knowing for sure, for certain, but I believe that owner of that radio station was concerned with the backlash he would receive from people who helped fund that radio station. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think he just wants to be a fascist and he wants to lock down free speech and he wants to control what Killer Mike says just to do it, or just because he like Hillary. I think it was a money situation, and that's another reason why a lot of black radio, they don't have the autonomy. That's the word. They don't have the autonomy because they don't fund their own stuff. They don't have the resources. Black people are the descendants of slaves. We did not start off with anything. And of course, there are deals. There have been government policies that have helped white people specifically and left us out, like the New Deal. We're talking about all the way up to the 50s. The 1960s, the Civil Rights Act, that was for black people to sort of level the playing field, stuff like equal opportunity. But in order to get it passed, they had to throw in white women. They had to throw in Latinos. They had to throw in Native Americans. They had to throw in a lot of different people, because without that, America's so racist they wouldn't have passed these bills, even though they know they had built America off free labor. They knew that they built America off free labor, but they could not pass a bill to help the people that were hurt, descendants of people who didn't get started off with anything in this country. No unemployment, no nothing. No 3 acres in the mill, 40 acres in the mill, nothing. But they could not pass those bills without putting in other groups. So yeah, there have been bills, all bills up until the 60s. Every bill was for a group. It was the majority group. So that's keeping it real. That's keeping it 100. Like I tell you, I'm not going to tell you no spin. You disagree with it, go look it up, call in, make your case. And stop talking about Ireland slaves. Please go source your material. Bob, please tell these people that Ireland never had chattel slavery. These people are crazy. That's just a talking point. Stop listening to Colin Flaherty. Stop listening to this crackpot. Stop listening to these people who are just out to take your money. Guys, a complete sham. Stop listening to losers. All right? All right, I'm going on to the next call. Next call in his house, 770. 770, you're live with Tim Black. Who's this and where you calling from?
What's up, Tim? This is Dave from Stone Mountain. How are you?
Dave in the house, my man. What's going on, guy? I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm hanging in there, Tim. It was good to hear from the Broken Carpenter and Marvin from California.
Right.
They've been watching the show for quite a long time. It's always good to hear from them. And I wanted to tell you that the Abby Martin show was just unbelievable. That needs to be on your front page. There was more truth packed in that thing than it almost made my brain explode. And you did a rant about the drug problem the Tuesday before that. That was really great. So if anybody hasn't checked out the last 2 Tuesdays, those were incredible.
Wow.
And I kind of had a testimony to tell everybody tonight, and I'll try to be quick if that's okay. I've been having an illness that I've been fighting with myself, and I hope maybe this reaches some people that aren't sure exactly what to do. And I've just been having stomach problems, so I went to Grady International or Grady Memorial Hospital. And, of course, they gave me Lupron. I've already been to 3 hospitals. That's the 3rd one. And they wanted me to have some procedures done. And, of course, I had to get on their free list, and there's 20 million people in America that have to do the same thing. And I went to make an appointment in order to go get some procedures done. And now this is Grady Memorial Hospital, Tim. This is one of the best hospitals in the nation. Granted, it's in the South, but it's still a major hospital. And I went to make my file to make an appointment, and they said they outright refused to make an appointment until 2018. Now, this was a month and a half ago, the beginning of 2017. So I'm not talking about they made an appointment for 2018, Tim. They refused to even make an appointment until 2018, which means they won't even consider seeing me for over a year. So if I already had advanced stage cancer or something, I'd be dead. And I know a lot of people here know me. I've called a few times, and I know you do. And I wanted to tell everybody that this isn't a joke. You know, this healthcare thing, they are uppricing the cost of healthcare until only the people that have, you know, a lot of money can afford it. And I'm not talking about a new liver, Tim. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about a liver transplant or a heart transplant or anything like that. I'm just talking about some simple services to find out what's wrong. I could die and I wouldn't even know what's wrong at this point. And so, you know, I haven't worked my whole life. That's one of the reasons I need the free program. So, you know, I don't expect to be seen before anybody. I'm not expecting anything that's, you know, out of the, you know, realm of what makes sense. But I know my grandfather worked at Lockheed International Airport here in Georgia for a quarter of a century, building planes to defend our nation with. I mean, a quarter of his life, a third of his life, actually. And if you're not mad about the fact that the treatment I went up there for, Ronald Reagan, you remember he threw those people out that were mentally ill?
Yes.
In the 80s?
Yes.
My mom was one of them. So after he worked a third of his life for Georgia, his reward was for his daughter to be thrown in the street and die and destroy our family. I mean, it was terrible. And now his grandson is sick, and I can't even go to Grady Hospital and get seen. And, you know, I don't want to make this call about me. I just want to let everybody know that there are 20 million people in America just like me, at least. I mean, this is a real thing. And so I want everybody to know that you can't just wait on Bernie Sanders to do everything, to tie it in what you were talking about, okay, Tim? You do not be afraid to call up and talk and let your voice free. You will be surprised how fast, how much more you'll talk once you take that first step. Do not be afraid to go down to your public offices and sign up to run for office. You might fail, but learn how the process is. I'm telling you, and the reason I called this, I've been debating on whether to tell people this for a few weeks, but the point is that you are one job loss away from being like me. I mean, if you hit hard times or something, they will watch you die. They don't give a damn. I'm at Grady Memorial Hospital with doctors that have made a pledge and swore an oath to treat people no matter what, and I can't even get a simple test done, much less if there was something wrong. So if there's any Republicans out there or any libertarians or anybody that aren't quite sure, I'm telling you, these people do not care about you. You cannot ask evil to politely leave. You have to stand up and destroy it through activism and action. And don't be afraid to do what Tim does. Make your videos. Call your congressman. You might feel like an idiot the first time you do it, but who cares? Do it anyway.
Yep.
And, Tim, I just want to tell you thank you for giving this platform again. You know how I feel. You know Freedom Friday is the bomb. And I love you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. And keep fighting.
Man, I love you, man. Thank you so much, Dave, for staying out, man. My brother. And I want you to know that we care about you, man. So now that you've done that, you have to update us and let us know what's going on. We got to find, and if anyone has any resources, any suggestions for Dave, I don't know Dave's email, but I'm sure he is listening. If you email me, I will send it to Dave. So put in the subject title, Dave from Stone Mountain, or just Dave. I know if I see a subject with Dave, and I know it's about Dave.
90 seconds.
I just want you guys, I want Dave to know, man, that story is real as it gets. More people need to listen to that, and that's the problem. When I have a 6-piece, thanks to Momo Pineno, who cut up the show that I did with Jeff Day, who's a health professional. We had a 6-part clip in very small pieces where you can truly get an understanding of what's going on with our healthcare situation and what a health professional sees every day
60 seconds.
and what is wrong with our system. And the problem with healthcare is that only sick people and their families truly know what's going on with our healthcare system. Dave now truly knows. He knew because of his mother as well, but that's how people find out. People think they're good until they find out they're not. And that takes the most heart-wrenching situations to find out what we've been saying, like that Michael Jackson song. They don't really care about us. And that's real. And people live in this place in their head it tells them because it's a scary thought. They don't want to accept it. You know, they don't believe that. Oh, well, these people must be exaggerating, and it can't be.
10 seconds.
There's no way it could be that bad. There's no way. These people are human beings. You wouldn't treat people like that. They wouldn't do that. Yes, they would. Oh, yes, they would. And sleep like babies. That's why when I hear people complain about other people that they don't work hard enough in the movement, they don't do this for revolution, and they don't do that. I always think about the people who work at these hospitals who turn people away daily. You know, like there are people who have jobs. They do horrendous things every day and sleep like babies. Just, and then we got somebody who does like 70% of what they do. You believe in it totally, but 30% of it, you're like, I don't know about that. And you throw them away. But we got people who do horrible stuff every day. Somebody makes that crappy corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, and puts it in your food. That person has a job, and they sleep like babies, and it causes diabetes and heart disease. And they sleep like babies. And that person who works at that factory or works a part of that lab or whatever they do will then go online and talk about somebody else not doing enough for the revolution. And when you ask them if you ever were to confront them about what they do for a living, they would tell you, I got to live. Somebody got to do it. So I just put all that in perspective. Anyway, back to Dave, man. Brother, I wish you the best. I'm in your corner. And let me know what's going on. And folks, send that email to me at Tim@TimBlackTV. Subject line, Dave. All right. Use this show for some good. 917, I think I know who this is. KJ, what's up, man?
Yo, what's up, my brother?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? I hit the wrong button. Here we go. KJ up in this mode.
You got me?
Yeah, my man.
Yeah, it's your boy KJ.
What's up?
Bed-Stuy Brooklyn in the house.
What is going on, my friend?
Yo, man. We got about 2 inches of rain today, so it's just been one of those days.
Wow. Yeah, we got some here too, brother. I'm not too far from you.
Yeah. It's all good. We got the farm growing, the community garden, so it's good. We need the rain. But, this week, I tell you, I got a migraine from everything that's going on, so I got nothing good to say, but I got something good to play for you, Tim. So here it is. Cheer up, dig it, enjoy.
I can't hear it, Dave. Okay. gotta let that one go, man. I couldn't hear it too well, man. I couldn't hear, but man, KJ, man, I respect the spirit of it, and I'm hoping that it was something to lift spirits to everybody, man. You know, nothing. Look, nobody beats the harmonica, man. So, anyways, all love. Thank you so much, bro. KJ's like, man, this has been a bad week, man. Let me just play some music. I don't want jumping up and down on people's feelings today. let me let them breathe. Let me let them breathe, son. Let me let them breathe. All right, 304. 304, you're live with Tim Black on Freedom Friday. Who is this?
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, doing good. Steph from West Virginia.
Talk to me, Steph. What's going on?
Well, first I just want to say thanks for all the positivity that you've shown towards West Virginians on your show. That's very rare. I've been paying a lot of attention to media lately, over the past couple of years, and it seems like if we're mentioned at all, it's usually like in a negative way. And so Are you there?
Yeah, I'm listening. Steph, go right ahead, lady.
Okay. Yeah, but also the media here is atrocious. It's all right wing. I can actually turn on the radio and hear Rush Limbaugh. I mean, but there's no. The left is gone here. Even our Democrats are right wing. I mean, Joe Manchin, and so, but that's the media. If you talk to the people, there's a lot of us that have the ideas of the left, but we don't see that there are others out there, and we are having trouble like connecting and forming a group to make change because they don't let us know that there's others out there.
Right.
And I just wanted to say thanks for giving us that voice.
Oh, Steph, you
and
know.
showing the other side of us.
Absolutely, sister. Absolutely. Give it up for Steph, no doubt. I will continue to do that too, Steph. You can count on it. And you know why, Steph? The reason why I mentioned West Virginia so often is because of people like you. And
well, thank you.
I'm serious. I mean, and because I know I'm aware of that, the stereotypes, right? And Iron Man Oz, who's also from West Virginia, he's like one of my best friends. So we've talked and had so many conversations. I know that's just a bunch of stereotypes, and I know about stereotypes.
Yeah,
yeah. Go ahead.
And the left, like, and they paint us as such horrible people, right? That a lot of the left have turned their backs on us, and they pretend that like there's no minorities that live here. I mean, there's like 3% of our population is African Americans, but they're like over 50% of our jail population.
Right.
So how does that work out? How does that happen, right?
Right.
And they ignore problems like that. They ignore, I mean, it's not just racist white people that this hurts. I mean, it's everybody. Yeah. It's everybody here.
Absolutely.
And we just it hurts all of us.
Well, sister,
yeah. Well, you know how it is.
Yeah, I do. You hang in there, Steph. You keep listening, and we'll keep speaking the truth. Thank you so much, Steph. I appreciate you, and you know you're absolutely right about the number of incarceration. It's always crazy how the population, the jail population, never reflects the environment. But yeah, man, like Oz, that's my guy. You know, we talk about everything, and we're so similar in so many ways. And I'm raised in the city, black guy. He's a white guy from West Virginia. We're very similar in a lot of ways, you know. Both went into IT at one point. He's still in it. And I don't want to give too much personal information out. But let's just say it's weird. You know, when somebody's like, I did this when I was this age. I did this when I was 17. I left home when I was 17, man. What? I left home when I was 17, man. I was stupid. Yeah, me, I was stupid too. What was I thinking about? You know? Anyway, I'll be keeping moving. Thank you so much, Steph. I got a 971 number in the house. You're live. Hey, 971. Who's this?
Hey, Tim. What's going on? This is Ben from Portland.
Ben from Portland, my brother. What's up, man? How you feeling?
Hey, man. I was going to ask you, did you used to watch Daily Show very frequently with John Leibowitz, Stewart?
I used to watch it occasionally. But I like Jon Stewart. I used to like his style. I liked his style. Okay. Yeah. Well, what's up, man?
I thought they had a pretty cool model, and I kind of, in general, I kind of think that what happened whenever we lost Jon Stewart as a pundit there and the show, major, star of the show, and we kind of like lost that and lost a lot of liberal voices, and I kind of say this because I was just thinking about how I tried to watch Saturday Night Live. It just came on. I was watching it, and the first couple of Trump skits I really thought were funny. But then it kind of just got really just like desperate. They made a thing. It was this really awkward thing, like a perfume commercial. And at the end, it was like complicit, talking about whatever Trump. And so I don't know, but I just think that the Daily Show served a really nice function. I watched it a lot from like way back in like 2002 or 2001, and watched it a lot all the way to like 2006 or 7. I didn't watch TV for like 3 years, 3 or 4 years, maybe 2005 to 2008 or 9. But I would probably like watch South Park and The Daily Show. And when I was watching The Daily Show, I always thought it did a fine job. They had like a lot of skits and things and models and fake reports. And they most of all like dissected and dismantled all the bogusness of Fox News, let's say. And I think that we allowed those like Fox News and everybody to kind of, I don't know, we didn't demand more because there's always The Daily Show there. So since the DNC leaks in July and when all of the shows let us down and you guys sort of picked up the slack, that's what I've been kind of waiting for. I think we've been sort of waiting for, and we want is just that kind of togetherness. And I hope we get some kind of togetherness over here. And I hope the liberals, because I'm non-divisionist, I hope the liberals, come together before long and figure things out and have a concerted, really including our camp as well, a concerted sort of plan and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of my thoughts. I just feel like objectivity and what Leibowitz said whenever he was like taking down the Crossfire folks back in the day, he was like, it's just about absurdity. He's like saying if Kerry was more absurd, I guess it would give me more to cover, or less. If he was less absurd, it would make my job harder. But it's like the absurdity that it really was a key point that he mentioned. I think absurdity and hypocritical things are typically pretty absurd. So I think being objective and being objective and not being hypocritical are sort of a similar task, and that we need to do that even if we're a Hillary Clinton style Democrat. We need to try to be objective and I mean, I think the gross fantastic limits and length, like extremity that like SNL has gone, where they're just like harping on the same kind of Trump joke. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's weak. It
is weak.
We need to be strong and united as liberals, as Democrats, whatever. It's got to be.
Absolutely,
but
man.
I don't know. I kind of have a couple points there. I don't know. That's my 2 cents. I really need to get off here so somebody else who has something else more pressing or important to say can.
Man, Ben, I love you, man.
For show and for the time.
You got it, man. Thank you, Ben, for that comment,
guys,
man. Appreciate you, man. Good points, man. You're right. I mean, I understand that, and that's something I keep in mind. I try to keep in mind, Ben, that people you gotta think like the viewers. You gotta think like people who watch. People need a different voice, man. Like my wife sometimes she'll watch CNN or MSNBC and it hurts me, man. Really, personally, I take it personally, cut that off, man. You gotta stop watching that, You think this because you watch that. You don't watch that. That is garbage. No. You might as well eat, constant, fried bacon, every hour on the hour watching that crap. But she watched Fox News and she gets mad because she still is under that thing. And I'm trying to get out. So, so I understand, it's important that we have different voices. It's important. And people can have as many shows they want to subscribe to as possible. Even me putting out 10 videos a day is not enough. Not enough for a network. You want something on all the time. When you go to it, it's always up to date. It's got new stuff, and it just keeps coming. I cover 10 stories. That's my goal, 10 a day. Today was 8, plus this will make probably 12, because there's a lot of different stories in here. But, Yeah. I feel you. Ben, thank you, man, for the call. And we do need another, but I wouldn't want to do the Daily Show. I want to do the Tim Black Show, and we need to, everybody have their own voice. Some people are, they have their own thing. This is my style. This is who I am. This is who I've always been. I'm not putting it on. I'm not making it extra. This is just how I roll. And everybody has their own spot, their own place, their own style, and just put it out there. Like Abby Martin said, be the media. Be it. Get out there. Be the media. So I know that Victor Tiffany, the one of the co-founders of the Burn Your Bus movement, he hit me up. He's starting a YouTube channel. He's going to come through my channel again. He's been on my channel 2-3 times. He's going to come back. And he's starting a channel, and there's a lot of great things going on. So shout out to Victor Tiffany, my friend Vic. One of the things that does tick me off is that sometimes I see people in the independent media, they think this stuff is easy. This is not easy, and I see them look very promising. And then they go away. They go away. Because you know what? It's hard. It is hard out here, guys. I'm trying to tell you. It's hard to be able to do this. Part-time, let alone full-time. News doesn't stop. And after a while, if you stop putting out content, people forget about you. And that's all it takes. And it can happen in a week. You don't put out content for a week. And you can't tell me you're serious about this if you only put out a video every other day or every 3 days. Who does that? Fox News is on constant rotation. NBC is on constant rotation. And you know what? And I had to say, you know what? I know I'm one person. Stop being one person. That my excuses don't matter. My inability to do what I need to do doesn't matter to the world. The world wants what it wants. The world wants more content. They want more stories. They want more voices. They want more impact. They want more presence. You gotta give it to them. So you can't put out a video every 3 days. You can't do that. That's not gonna work. Not if you're really trying to build something. If you just want to every once in a while rant about some stuff, fine. But if we really want to take the place of corporate media, we have to be very consistent. It's going to be required that you put this stuff in. And if you want to take the place of corporate media, you have to make it profitable, because if not, you will not sustain yourself. You cannot work 14 hours a day and not have time to work another job. And then people expect you not to do any sponsorships or not to raise money. Well, how the hell are you supposed to be able to produce at such a high level? If you want somebody just to do a video every 3 days, fine, I could do that, working a full-time gig or doing something else. But I cannot put out 10 videos a day plus do a show. It's impossible. So it's a commitment you have to make, and you have to decide what you want to do. What's your goal to do? And I'm just telling you, I believe it's so freaking important. I cannot explain the level of importance I place on media. I believe that 90% of the problems we have in this country are because of that media arm, that propaganda arm of the U.S. government that puts this stuff out there, man. That's what affects people's brains. That media, and we can't combat that if you're going to do a video every 3 days. So I want to challenge you on Facebook. I want to challenge you on YouTube. I'm talking to content creators. I want to challenge you to, if you cannot put out enough content to put a dent in it, you need to team up with Bright Path Media. Contact me at tim@timblacktv.com. Together we can do it, but you're not making a dent alone, because you are alone. Either you're going to go all in or you're not. Hit me up at Bright Path Media. Fox News don't take days off. I don't take weekends off. Are you dedicated, or are you just doing this? This is just something you doing. Well, then you know what? If it's just something you doing, I don't want to hear your criticism, because you ain't in it. Don't be yelling from the bleachers about how we don't work out hard enough, we don't train hard enough. You're in the bleachers. Oh, heck, okay, you're not in the bleachers because you're doing something. You selling pretzels. You the water boy. You the towel lady. I don't know. That's not the same thing. You're not in the game. I'm sorry. And I'm challenging you. Yeah, I offended you. I'm challenging you. And some of you need it. Somebody need me. Somebody needs to say that to you. Stop patting you on the back. You're lazy. Get out here with this work done. You want to change the world? You can't change it giving me one piece of content. Kill it. Kill it. And if you can't do it alone, that's fine. BrightPathMedia.net. Email me at tim@timblacktv.com. Bond Kim and I will talk to you. Next call. I'm on fire, man. I ain't had to come here to play with people. Tell the truth. 772, you're live. How you doing?
Hey, Tim. How's it going?
Man, I'm...
Eric.
Jack?
Eric.
Eric, my man Eric. Give it up for Eric, guys. Oh, Eric.
How's it going?
I got on your shirt.
Was an awesome.
I got on your shirt.
Awesome.
What's awesome, man?
I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I got on your shirt tonight, man. The no sellout shirt. But what's awesome, man? Talk to me.
Like what you said before what you call it? You answered my Freedom Friday call.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, we got to make them work, man. We got to. I have to inspire these people, man. It's freaking Fox News and freaking CNN and MSNBC. They're on 24/7. We can't be on, 30. We can't be on 3 minutes every 3 days or 5 minutes every 3 days and think we did something.
Yeah. But awesome show. Like throughout the whole entire week, awesome uploads, awesome shows. Everything was amazing. You do an amazing job at what you do. Please keep up the good work. We'll always root for you. Plus, I have my Tim Black TV Wolfpack T-shirt on tonight with me.
my man, that's what's up. So, is there a story that really grabbed you this week, Eric? And Eric, guys, is a big supporter of the show. He did a video appraisal of the show, man. It really helped me out. Is there something that grabbed you this week that just stuck in your throat? You just got to get it out.
Well, I'm tired of social justice warriors in general.
What's wrong with them, Eric?
Well, they would rather spew the word justice instead of actually standing up for real justice, and I'm getting sick of it.
Wow. I hear you, man. I hear you.
They would rather focus on the silly issues of fake outrage and not even focus on the real issues. That and I have a huge problem with that.
Good point. I mean, and look, give it up for that. That's a problem. It is. That's it.
Yeah, it's just it's just there's so much activism and they're using it for hatred, and they would just rather spew it. They would just rather spew the word justice instead of standing up for it. I mean, sorry that I repeated that.
No.
But it's honestly how I really feel.
Hey, look, man. I understand. I do. I understand. But I do feel, Eric, brother, that people are not informed. I truly believe that, Eric. Like, people don't know everything you know. So it gets on your nerves when people are like, more worried about a word that someone used and what's going on in the real world. Like take the flight ban. Like, they were quiet when we were bombing these countries, but we say people can't come in the country for 90 days. People freak out. And that's the people in those countries too. It's like it makes no sense. But I was told I need to stop using the word social justice warrior, because originally the people that had the name were actually good people with a focus, and now it's just been used by a lot of people who are really not social justice warriors. So I gotta mention that.
And it is sad.
Yeah, because like Bernie's a social justice warrior, technically, because he cares about social justice.
He stands for the word justice. He doesn't spew it, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's true. It's the internet, man. Well, look, Eric, man, thank you once again for the call, man. I just don't.
Thank you. You have yourself a wonderful weekend, Ted. You take care. I can't wait for no sellout, because I'm wearing that shirt on Monday.
My man, that's how you coordinate, man. Give it up for Eric, man. Yeah, man, it's just, I feel the same way. I made videos on it. People got really upset with me. Really upset. And then at first I'm like, dude, I say what I want to say. Don't be telling me what to say. But then I had to think about what they were trying to convey. Okay, so once you cool off and you think about what they're saying, there are people who are very well-meaning people that's why I hate labels. That's why this channel is just called TBTV now, because people would see progressive and they would assign some of the worst stuff to me that I don't even stand for. Meaning, the media has painted those people that go to those rallies as far left, as progressive. Those people that go to those rallies and start fights. in the all black. Now we know they're Antifa or whatever. We know they're anarchists, but the media in certain ways have left that sort of vague. And people believe that those people are progressives. They don't know what progressives are. So I had to remove that name because I was getting tired. It was becoming harder for me to get a diverse audience because the media narratives, I'm not big enough. I can't combat all the garbage out there that they say that this progressive did. Now, you and I know, Eric, that progressives, that we would like to imagine the progressives in our mind are people who just fight for progressive issues like ending mass incarceration, ending interventionist wars, fighting for the environment, trying to combat climate change. These types of issues are what we're about. Universal health care. Like, we know these are the issues that we would say we're about. We're not about going to anyone's rally and punching somebody in the mouth and throwing some bricks or something like that. That's not what we're on. So that's why the lumping and labeling is really bad, man. That's why I try to get away from it. But I hear what you're saying. I do. I hear what you're saying. Some people just want to be a part of something, man. They hear all this. They hear all this information coming constantly. The fear. They want to be a part of something. They don't know how. The easiest thing to do is to get on your smartphone and type something. You know, it's the easy thing to do. It's also an important thing to do if you do it the right way. So that's what you have. I'm not saying it's bad. People spread my show by using their smartphone, by using their laptop, by using their tablet. So there are good things that come out of it. Some people are watching this show right now on a tablet or a smartphone. So you got to take it all in, you know. But I feel you, bro. And plus, I put you on the spot. I told you, just come up with something. But, wow. Did I get everybody? Let me make sure, man. I got a couple of 111 numbers in the queue. Let me check this one. Hello, my friend. How you doing?
Tim Black, this is your friend Thomas Almy from Lansing, Michigan.
What's up, man? Glad to have you on the line, my man. That's what's up.
Just hanging out. I just have one point to make tonight, and that is, why doesn't Tim Black have as much views on his videos as people with 30 to 60,000 less subscribers?
Yeah.
I have seen YouTube channels with 30 to 60,000 less subscribers have more views in 30 minutes than your videos. And my only conclusion is you're being seriously censored.
Yep.
And that is not cool.
Yep. Yeah. That is the only... Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I haven't really caught on to it before because I just didn't really pay attention, but I paid attention, and some YouTube channels with only 30,000 subscribers have like 4,000 to 5,000 views within a half an hour.
Yep.
And when you broke up your Abby Martin segment, I mean, you only had between 4 and 1,000 views per video.
Yep.
That's all I got, man. I just thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah, I think it's kind of
weird.
Yeah, man. Look, thank you so much, my brother. And yeah, it's reality. It's what I deal with, brother. All I can do is build my own platforms, man. That's all I can do is build my own. Have my own vehicle, and that's what we're trying to put together now. I believe in what I'm doing. I'm not going to stop. If I was, best believe this, is with all the big names I've had on this show, from presidential candidates to senators, business people, actors, comedians. I've had a lot of people on this show. People know I'm out here. Somebody wrote an article because I said that, TYT is very successful, and the only people really growing on the left are really TYT network people. Like, the right has really started to explode. And they were talking about, well, his views over the channel. Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing about the views over the channel, guys. These channels have been popping up like within the last 6 months, and they have like 400,000 subscribers. And we got people who are just now getting to 400,000 who are part of networks, the biggest network or one of the most powerful networks on the internet. So the right is really taking off, but now they're going to be censored, which is part of what the advertisers' response has been on YouTube, saying that they don't want to be on these controversial videos. The reason why I had to break up the Abby Martin video, because they tried to censor it. That's the reason why I broke it up. But people are like, Tim, give me the video, give me the video. It's like they don't understand what's going on YouTube. Like, I couldn't even title that video anything with Palestine or Jew or anything in it, or it would have been taken down. As it stands, I didn't make anything off the video. They won't run ads on that video, even though, even the way it is now. I'm talking about the full video. So I had to put it in pieces just to get it out because they were stopping the one video. I had to appeal their decision just to have that video up on the internet. Momo will tell you. So, dude, what I'm going to say, man? If you don't own the platform, what did I say about owning platforms? These people who don't own their channels, who don't own their brand. I own my brand and I own my channel. But I am now working with a network on the 30-day agreement. But I say whatever I want to say. I don't have a contract of what I can say or do. I would have never been with them. But there are people who are with actual companies where they're like employees to a certain extent almost. And yeah, they have different things. So you got that part of the game, and then you have the other part of the game, which is you got to deal with YouTube. You don't own YouTube, so you're on their platform. Just like if you guys know how it is on Facebook. How many people get shadow banned on Twitter? How many of you have been shut down on Facebook? Just imagine if that's how you make a living and feed your family. Just imagine that. And there's no one to talk to. It's like, I'm still waiting on a response, YouTube. So what I'm saying is it's very difficult, but it's all good. We build our own platforms. We don't complain about it. It's okay to complain, though. You complain every once in a while, but then what you going to do about it? So after you get tired of complaining, you finish? Okay, now what we going to do? You got to have a plan to execute. That's what we're trying to do. So anyway, guys, tonight has been great. I have cleared the queue. I love it when we clear the queue. Woo! That's what keeps me feeling good, man. I want to make sure that everybody wants to get in and have a phone call, be able to say what's on their mind. They get a chance to do it. And when we get to do that, that's important. Now, remember, I've extended the phone call days till Tuesdays, Truthful Tuesdays, True Tuesday, right? And Freedom Friday. So you call in Tuesdays and Fridays because that's by popular demand. People want to talk. So I've noticed there's, that people are out there. People want this opportunity. I'm going to give it to them. What else? It's been a crazy week, as everyone's pointed out. It's been so bad that even our big time Trumper, KJ, he didn't have nothing to say today. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna play a song for you because it's been crazy. It's Dave's story. Dave's story about the healthcare. That's really, I'm thinking about that. And I'm thinking about how this story gets portrayed. It's a lot of hurt out there, y'all. It's a lot of hurt out there. So just remember that the corporate game right now, the corporate media game is tough. They're doing this stuff for a reason. They're hitting us with this propaganda for a reason. They want you afraid of Russia. It's a distraction from so many other things. And it's our job as independent media. We have to cover what's going on, but we have to cover everything. That's why doing 10 videos is important, because we got to get the word out on all these issues. We cannot have people just sitting around thinking about Putin all the time. Pootie Pie don't have nothing to do with the fact that Dave can't see a doctor, can't even make an appointment for a doctor until 2018. Putin has nothing to do with that. And that's what I'm talking about when I say we need to focus on those issues.
You gonna eat your cornbread.
That's right, I'm gonna eat my cornbread. I'm gonna make sure as many people as possible can eat their cornbread. Because I believe in people keeping their own cornbread. That's what I believe in. And it's okay if we disagree on some stuff. I watched this stupid video today where Joe Scarborough was trying to tell Bernie Sanders what Democrats need to do is be more like the right. Need to be more like Republicans, which is horrible advice, most horrible, stupid advice, pig-headed advice. That's how we got where we are. Why do people want to vote for a Republican light when they can vote for a real Republican? They vote for the real Republican every time. Be a Democrat or be a progressive or be something else. Just be something else. Be yourself. But the problem is I don't think the Democratic Party know who they are. They morph into whatever they need to be at the moment. Whether it's all of a sudden they need to be an old black woman, next thing you know they need to be gay, next thing you know they need to be Arab, next thing you know they need to be Muslim, next thing you know they need to be transgender. They just morph and morph and morph and morph and morph. And what is this person? But if you just talk about issues that affect everyone, you'll be good. Money resonates. Debt resonates. Healthcare resonates because these are issues that all these people are affected by. But I do believe there's some issues that we should be addressed specifically to certain groups.
Nobody take no cornbread from me.
And how they take your cornbread is they keep you focused on other stuff that don't have nothing to do with what's really going on. And as you start to wake up, life gets better because you realize what's happening, but it also sucks because now you have less patience for a lot of the nonsense that you used to stand for. I wonder if you feel that way. Do you feel that way, Facebook? Like now that you are awakened to a lot of stuff, you're like, I can't sit here for 2 hours and watch this garbage. Now, sometimes you can, but you do so knowingly that you are taking your brain out your head and you are putting it in your pocket while you watch this stuff, and you're not going to be mad. And that's the only way that you're able to enjoy the BS. Because you have waken up.
Maybe I ought to eat your cornbread.
But when they come back around trying to eat your cornbread, they will try to play on your emotions. Emotions are the gateway to confusion. Donna Brazile saying that Hillary Clinton was a victim of Russian hacking and that she, Donna Brazile, was collateral damage. Now, as I said in the video, the only victims of the 2016 election are anyone who voted for anyone besides Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. Everybody else was a freaking victim. Shout out to Alexander on Twitter. Because I saw he retweeted me that line from my video. That's who the victims were. But they'll have you thinking that they're victims. The very cheaters and liars, obfuscators. They're the ones who will pretend to play, like the guy, like someone who punches you and punches you in the face, kicks you in the groin, spits in your face, and then when you push them back, they, oh, God, you pushed me. Yeah, I should have shot you. Well, here's the thing, guys. We're starting to wake up in droves. Some of us have been here for a long time. I'm sorry it took some of us so long to wake up with you. I know you must have been lonely, like, God, I wish more people would wake up. Where's everybody? Oh, here you go. Now you show up. Come on, Speedy. Don't be like that. Everybody has to come to grips with what's going on in their own time. Everyone has their own schedule. So embrace them when they get there. That's right. Embrace the people as they start to wake up. Don't beat them up. Don't say, hey, where you been? I've been waiting for you to wake up, you dumb ninny. No, don't do that. Well, you stupid bastard. Where you been? Don't do that. That's not good. That makes people want to go back to sleep. Embrace the people. Because what we need more than anything right now, we need the biggest Voltron formation. We need the biggest we need the biggest Beyonce getting formation. We need the biggest arms across the world, America. We need the biggest from Australia. We need all the help we can get. We need the biggest coalition to fight back on this garbage, and they are out there. We have to give them something. We have to give them alternative. And if we do, if we get this right, right now, special time, man. I'm trying to tell you. You get a window. The window's open. The window's open. The window's open. We got to get through that window. And if we get through that window, y'all know what it is.
It's gonna be consequences and repercussions.
Oh man, it's gonna be consequences and repercussions. I'm Tim Black. Thank you for tuning in to TBTV. You know, like I always try to tell people how to do it. Don't argue with people when they got a different opinion than yours. You do what?
Let's sprinkle some crack on them and get out of here.
You sprinkle some facts on them and you get up out of there. I'll be back this weekend. Like I told you, I don't take days off. I take hours off in small portions. We have a lot of work to do on this channel. I appreciate you for all you do. You have a great weekend. Shout out to everybody on Facebook, my friends on YouTube as well. Thank you for the Wolfpack. This weekend I got a sale of gear like this no sellout shirt, like the Wolfpack head shirt, the Wolfpack Growl shirt that my friend Eric said he's rocking tonight as he watches the show. There's a 15% off sale. If you go to spreadshirt.com, I put it in the comment section over here. You go to my website, click on gear, merchandise, it'll take you to it. And I don't control when the sales go on. So when they come up, I try to tell people that way you can save a little money on your purchase. If you want something from my store, it would be a good time to get it while it's a sale. Okay? Everybody needs to save money. All right? So that's what's up. If you want to help support the show, please do so. I definitely won't turn you down. We need all the help we can get. Roseanne Barr, I know you're probably watching. You're a friend of mine, or you follow me on Twitter. Hey, man. Hey, Roseanne. Hey, Roseanne, I would not feel bad at all if you sent me, a little donation to help the show. I would not feel bad at all. Rob Schneider, I would not feel. Rob Schneider. Oh, Rob Schneider sent out this tweet. Rob Schneider has really been punching back. I try to get Rob Schneider on the show. Because we've DM'd each other a few times on some stuff. Rob Schneider he's woke. Rob Schneider, you know Rob Schneider, Deuce Bigelow. He's got a show right now. I think it's on, God, what is it on? Gosh, what show? Is it Channel 4? I forget what channel it's on. Rob Schneider is very funny. He's also very much awake. But Rob, if you want to get to the show, man, I wouldn't be mad at you at all, bro. I would not be mad at all. So, please consider doing that. All right? Yeah, I got some great people, man. Follow the show, man. That's it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Shout out to Dean, Autumn's dad, Dean Pike. He's 83 years old. He watches this show. He got more stamina than a lot of you 40-year-olds. He's up there kicking butt. He's still doing it. I wish you another 83 years, Dean. Thank you so much for what you do. I want to make sure you get that shout out, bruh. I appreciate you. I'll see you guys later, Facebook. See me this weekend. Don't you guys stop. Come by my YouTube channel. You heard my friend telling you how they doing me. They don't want people to know about me. But I bet you if I was talking up Hillary and if I was boosting up the Democrats, I'd already be on CNBC, MSNBC, or CNN. Something. Well, heck, some other places who I will not name. I'll catch you on the next one. And with that,
Tim Black. Tim Black. Tim Black. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
True. Funny. Tim Black. I am TimBlack.com. Tim Black.
Shout out to my people on Facebook, John Levine, Sandra Lee, my friend Sandra, you know how we do. Margarita, how you doing, Margarita? Good to have you. On YouTube, Kevin Cook, 1329C, Campsey Gothendik, The Broken Carpenter. Shout out to my moderators in the chat. Erlich, Christine, Stephen Wolfenbrand, what's up, man? Shout out to, over here on YouTube World, Jake Smith, Jenny Lynn. Bruins for Cornbread's in the house, what? Bruins for Cornbread. He put cornbread in his name, so you know I gotta give him some love, y'all. Shout out to all my people, man. Look. Robbie Burns, Froze Toes in the house. AC Yor, Metalhead. Nicole Sears, that's what it is. Great people, great times. Thank you so much. We need more of that. And I'm gonna be doing more live streams on Periscope, too. So Twitter people, get ready. I'm coming to a smartphone near you. I'm just going to be there. All you got to do is click on.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
I love it, guys.
So say good night to the bad guy.
That's it. I'll see you. I'll see you, Stephanie. Jonathan
The
Melton.
last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again. Let me
Chris Buck in the house. Man, look, John LaRive. And shout out to once again to Abby Martin, George Webb. Next week, I'm gonna have Tanya K on my show. Tanya K is gonna break down some veganism. Oh, she's gonna break it down. Because we need to live, y'all. We need to be here. You're not gonna be able to fight the power if you're not healthy. So let's consider it. Let's do it. Let's find out more about better ways to live our lives. So I know Tanya K is going to come in and she's going to do something. And this weekend I may be with my friend, Michael Trim. Michael Trim and I are supposed to be doing a show together this weekend. We're supposed to shoot a show, Michael Trim and I, and that's going to go on his channel. Then he's going to come on my channel. So I'm still working with people, man. You know I've had everybody on my show, right? From Benjamin Dixon to The Humanist Report to Jordan Sheridan to H.A. Goodman every week, to all these grabs. You know that's what I've done. The same progressive, like everybody's been on my show. The real progressives, they've all been on my show. I've given my platform to everyone. But for some reason, YouTube don't like it. It's okay. You like it, though. I see you on the next one. We ain't going to worry about it. We're going to keep fighting. Peace. They ain't stopping me, man. They want to stop me. I'm like Diddy. Can't stop. Can't stop. Can't stop. Peace, y'all. Shoot. Like they gonna stop somebody. Shoot.
It's gonna be consequences.